What if I told you there are 9 powdered foods sitting in storage right now that could outlast your lifetime and still be good enough for your great-grandkids to thrive on? These aren't your average pantry staples. We're talking about foods that laugh in the face of expiration dates, with shelf lives stretching beyond 25 years. And no, it's not just flour and sugar. In fact, number 7 on this list is something you're probably buying fresh every week, wasting money when the powdered version could last until 2050. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which powdered foods deserve a spot in your long-term storage, how to store them the right way, and why most people are overlooking the ultimate budget-friendly protein source. I'm Sean, a prepper with over a decade of experience, and I'm here to show you how powdered foods aren't just for emergencies, they're for anyone who values security, savings, and self-reliance. 1. Long-lasting powdered eggs. Let's kick things off with a food that might surprise you: powdered eggs. Now I know what you're thinking. Aren't powdered eggs those bland, rubbery things from old military rations? Not anymore. Modern powdered eggs are a completely different story, and when stored properly, they're a game changer for anyone serious about long-term food storage. Eggs are one of the most versatile ingredients in the kitchen. From breakfast staples to baking essentials, they're a cornerstone of countless recipes. But fresh eggs, they're fragile and have a short shelf life, lasting only a few weeks in the fridge. Powdered eggs, on the other hand, can last 30 years or more when stored in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers in a cool, dry place. That's not just a backup plan, it's a strategic investment. What really sold me on powdered eggs was their taste and convenience. When I first tried them back in 2014, I was blown away. Rehydrated properly, they taste surprisingly close to fresh eggs. The key is to mix 2 tablespoons of powder with 2 tablespoons of slightly warm water, let it sit for 5 minutes, and then cook them on medium-low heat with a little butter or oil. High heat will make them rubbery, but low and slow, they're shockingly good. Another major advantage is their space efficiency. A single number 10 can of powdered eggs, which is equivalent to about 7 dozen fresh eggs, takes up no more room than a large coffee container. Plus, the protein content is nearly identical to fresh eggs, with about 6 grams per serving. Whether you're baking, making breakfast, or heading out on a camping trip, powdered eggs are a reliable, mess-free option. No more cracked eggs in your cooler or worrying about refrigeration. I use powdered eggs regularly, not just for emergencies. They're a staple in my baking because they're consistent. No guessing whether your eggs are medium or large. And for anyone serious about preparedness, powdered eggs are a must-have. They're not just survival food, they're smart food. 2. Shelf-stable powdered milk. Next up is powdered milk. And before you roll your eyes, hear me out. Yes, drinking powdered milk straight might not win any taste awards, but as an ingredient and a nutritional powerhouse, it's invaluable. Powdered milk ensures you have access to calcium, vitamin D, and protein for decades, making it a cornerstone of any long-term food storage plan. The key to powdered milk's longevity lies in its fat content. Full-fat powdered milk has a shelf life of about 5 to 10 years, while non-fat powdered milk, when stored properly, can last 25 years or more. The reason? Fat goes rancid over time, so if you're looking for maximum shelf life, non-fat is the way to go. That said, keeping some full-fat powdered milk on hand for flavor and versatility is a smart move. What makes powdered milk so valuable isn't just its longevity, but its versatility. It's a secret weapon in the kitchen, perfect for making cream soups, mashed potatoes, bread, biscuits, pancakes, and even yogurt. You can whip up homemade hot chocolate, use it as a coffee creamer in a pinch, or add it to smoothies and protein shakes. You can even make a decent cheese sauce if you know what you're doing. Here's a pro tip I picked up from a homesteading friend. If you're going to drink powdered milk, mix it the night before and let it sit in the fridge overnight. This cold steeping process improves both the taste and texture. Add a drop of vanilla extract and a pinch of sugar, and suddenly, your powdered milk is a lot more palatable. Powdered milk isn't just for emergencies. It's a practical addition to your everyday pantry. Whether you're baking, cooking, or just looking for a reliable source of essential nutrients, powdered milk is a versatile and cost-effective solution. Protein-packed whey powder. Protein is one of the hardest macronutrients to store long-term, which is why whey protein powder is such a game-changer. While carbs and fats are relatively easy to stockpile, protein often comes from fresh or perishable sources, like meat, which don't store well. Even canned meat while useful, is bulky and expensive. Dried beans are a great option, but they lack the complete amino acid profile your body needs. That's where whey protein powder comes in. High-quality whey protein isolate, or concentrate, is a complete protein source, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body can't produce on its own. When stored in a sealed container with oxygen absorbers, whey protein powder can last 10 to 15 years, possibly longer. It's incredibly dense in protein, with a 2-pound container providing around 40 servings at 25 grams of protein each. That's 1,000 grams of protein in a jar that takes up minimal space. But here's the catch. Not all whey protein powders are created equal. Many people make the mistake of buying the cheapest option, which is often loaded with artificial sweeteners, fillers, and other junk. These low-quality powders tend to clump, smell weird, or degrade over time. If you're serious about long-term storage, invest in a reputable brand with minimal ingredients. Look for whey protein isolate or concentrate and store it properly, either in its original container if it's well sealed, or transferred to Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers. Whey protein powder isn't just for emergencies. It's a versatile addition to your daily routine. Use it for post-workout shakes, quick breakfasts, or mix it into oatmeal, smoothies, or pancake batter for an extra protein boost. It's a practical, space-efficient way to ensure you have a reliable protein source, whether you're prepping for the long haul or just looking to simplify your meal planning. 4 dehydrated soup bases. Let's talk about powdered soup bases, a category that's often overlooked but incredibly valuable for long-term food storage. And no, I'm not referring to those overly salty MSG-laden packets you find in the grocery store. I'm talking about high-quality dehydrated soup mixes that are packed with real vegetables, hearty legumes, and authentic seasonings. These aren't just survival rations. They're comfort food that can nourish both your body and your spirit in tough times. The beauty of dehydrated soup bases lies in their simplicity and versatility. First, they're incredibly easy to prepare. Most require nothing more than boiling water and a bit of simmering, making them perfect for situations where time and resources are limited. Second, they're a morale booster. There's something about a warm, flavorful bowl of soup that can lift your spirits in a way that plain rice or crackers simply can't. And third, they're built to last. When stored in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, these soup bases can easily remain shelf-stable for 25 years or more. But not all soup mixes are created equal. Many of the cheaper options are little more than starch and fillers, with a few sad flecks of vegetables thrown in for show. To get the most out of your investment, look for mixes where real vegetables, beans, and lentils are high on the ingredient list. Options like split pea, lentil, black bean, and minestrone soup bases are not only delicious but also packed with fiber, protein, and essential nutrients. If you're feeling adventurous, you can even make your own custom soup bases. It's easier than you might think. Start with bulk dehydrated vegetables. Add some bouillon powder, toss in dried beans or lentils, and season with your favorite spices. Not only is this approach cost-effective, but it also allows you to tailor the flavors to your liking. Dehydrated soup bases are more than just a backup plan. They're a versatile, nutritious, and comforting addition to any food storage strategy. 5. Powdered cheese blends. Yes, powdered cheese is a thing, and it's far more useful than you might imagine. If you've ever enjoyed boxed macaroni and cheese, cheesy crackers, or that irresistible orange dust on movie theater popcorn, you've already experienced powdered cheese in action. But when you buy high-quality powdered cheese blends for long-term storage, you're getting a product that's not only shelf-stable for 20 years or more, but also incredibly versatile. Powdered cheese is a flavor powerhouse. A little goes a long way, making it an excellent addition to a variety of meals. You can whip up a creamy cheese sauce for pasta or vegetables. Mix it into scrambled eggs, sprinkle it over popcorn, or even add it to bread dough for cheesy biscuits. With a bit of creativity, you can even make a surprisingly good cheese dip by combining powdered cheese with powdered milk and a few other ingredients. One of the biggest challenges in long-term food storage is a reliable source of fat. Oils and butter go rancid over time, and even nuts, which are rich in healthy fats, have a limited shelf life. Powdered cheese offers a shelf-stable fat source that also happens to taste amazing. While it's not exactly health food, it's a fantastic way to add flavor and variety to your meals, especially if you're relying on staples like rice and beans. Flavor fatigue is a real issue when you're living off stored food for an extended period. Even if you have enough calories, eating the same bland meals day after day can take a toll on your mental well-being. Powdered cheese is an affordable way to combat this. For around $20 to $30, you can get a large container that will last for years and enhance hundreds of meals. It's not just a luxury, it's a smart investment in your food storage plan. 6. Lightweight powdered peanut butter. Powdered peanut butter might not be the first thing that comes to mind when you think of long-term food storage, but it's a brilliant addition to any prepper's pantry. Unlike regular peanut butter, which is heavy, bulky, and prone to spoilage due to its high oil content, powdered peanut butter is lightweight, compact, and incredibly shelf-stable. When stored properly, it can last 15 to 20 years or more, making it a reliable source of protein and flavor. What makes powdered peanut butter so unique is its versatility. While you can rehydrate it with water to create a peanut butter spread, its true potential lies in its use as an ingredient. You can mix it into oatmeal, blend it into smoothies, add it to baking recipes, or use it to make peanut sauces for rice and noodles. It's also a fantastic addition to protein shakes, providing a boost of flavor and nutrition without the extra fat and calories of regular peanut butter. Peanuts are naturally high in protein, with about 7 grams per 2 tablespoon serving. In powdered form, they retain this protein content while shedding most of the fat, making them a calorie-efficient option for long-term storage. And because powdered peanut butter is so lightweight and compact, it's easy to store large quantities without taking up much space. For me, powdered peanut butter isn't just a backup food, it's something I use regularly. Some days, I want the rich, creamy texture of traditional peanut butter. Other days, I want the flexibility of adding peanut flavor to a dish without the extra fat. Powdered peanut butter gives me that choice, and it's a choice I'm glad to have, whether I'm planning for the future or just looking for a quick, nutritious meal option. 7. Freeze-dried fruit powders. Let's dive into one of the most underrated options in long-term food storage: freeze-dried fruit powders. While most people think of storing whole freeze-dried fruits like strawberries or blueberries, turning them into powder opens up a whole new world of possibilities. This isn't just about saving space. It's about creating a versatile, nutrient-packed ingredient that can transform your food storage game. Why choose powdered fruit? For starters, it's the ultimate space saver. A single jar of powdered fruit can hold the equivalent of several pounds of fresh fruit, making it ideal for those with limited storage space. But the real magic lies in its versatility. You can rehydrate it into a fruit puree, mix it into yogurt or oatmeal, or add it to smoothies for a burst of natural flavor. It's also a baker's dream, allowing you to infuse cakes, muffins, and pancakes with fruit flavor and color without adding extra moisture. Nutritionally, freeze-dried fruit powders retain most of the vitamins and antioxidants found in fresh fruit, especially when compared to heat-dried alternatives. This means you're not just adding flavor, you're adding real nutritional value. And here's the kicker: powdered fruit is a natural way to sweeten foods without relying on processed sugar. Whether it's powdered strawberries, bananas, or mangoes, you're getting sweetness, flavor, and nutrients all in one. If you're feeling adventurous, you can even make your own fruit powder. Buy fresh fruit when it's in season and affordable, freeze-dry it, and grind it into powder. Store it in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, and you've got a shelf-stable ingredient that can last 25 to 30 years. I've used powdered fruit to make everything from strawberry pancakes to mango-infused protein shakes, and the results are always a hit. In a survival situation where morale and variety are just as important as calories, powdered fruit is a game changer. 8. Nutrient-dense vegetable powder. When it comes to long-term food storage, powdered vegetables are the unsung heroes. These workhorses of the pantry provide a shelf-stable way to add essential nutrients, flavor, and color to meals when fresh vegetables are out of reach. Whether it's powdered carrots, spinach, tomatoes, or kale, these powders are a must-have for anyone serious about preparedness. The beauty of vegetable powders lies in their versatility. While you're not going to rehydrate powdered spinach and serve it as a side dish, you can mix it into soups, stews, and sauces to boost their nutritional content. Add it to pasta sauce, stir it into rice, or blend it into smoothies where the fruit masks the vegetable taste. You can even mix it into ground meat for burgers or meatloaf, or add it to bread dough for a nutrient-packed loaf. Nutritionally, powdered vegetables are surprisingly robust. While some vitamin C is lost during the dehydration or freeze-drying process, most other nutrients like vitamin A, vitamin K, and essential minerals remain intact. They're also a great source of fiber, which is often lacking in long-term food storage diet. Fiber is crucial for digestive health, especially in situations where people are eating more processed foods and fewer fresh vegetables. For maximum convenience, consider creating a custom vegetable powder blend. Combine equal parts powdered spinach, carrots, tomatoes, and sweet potatoes, and store the mix in a jar. This blend can be added by the spoonful to almost any dish, boosting its nutritional value without significantly altering the flavor. I keep both individual vegetable powders and custom blends in my storage, giving me the flexibility to adapt to any recipe. In a crisis when fresh produce is unavailable, these powders are a lifesaver. 9. Shelf-stable powdered butter. Rounding out our list is one of the most underrated items in long-term food storage: powdered butter. While it might sound unusual, powdered butter is a game-changer for anyone looking to store a reliable source of fat. Fat is essential for human health, playing a critical role in hormone production, nutrient absorption, and sustained energy. Yet, it's one of the hardest macronutrients to store long-term. Most oils go rancid within a year or two, even when unopened. Coconut oil lasts a bit longer, and canned butter or ghee can stretch to several years. But powdered butter, when stored properly, it boasts a shelf life of 20 to 30 years. That's a level of longevity that's hard to beat. Powdered butter is made by removing most of the moisture and some of the liquid fat from real butter, leaving behind milk solids and enough fat to retain its buttery flavor. While the texture isn't quite the same as fresh butter when rehydrated, it works beautifully as an ingredient. Use it in baking, mix it into mashed potatoes, or stir it into pasta for a creamy sauce. It's also a fantastic addition to hot cereals or bread dough, adding richness and flavor. Beyond its culinary uses, powdered butter serves a crucial nutritional role. Each serving provides fat calories and fat-soluble vitamins, like vitamin A, which are essential for overall health. In a survival situation where lean proteins and carbohydrates might dominate your diet, having a source of fat is critical. Without it, your body struggles to absorb nutrients, your energy levels plummet, and your mood suffers. I started incorporating powdered butter into my food storage after realizing how little fat I had in my prep. It filled a crucial gap, ensuring that I could maintain a balanced diet even in challenging circumstances. If you're new to powdered butter, start small. Buy a can or two, experiment with it in your cooking, and see how it fits into your storage plan. It's an investment that pays off in both nutrition and peace of mind. Bonus point 10. Powdered honey. Nature's sweetener that lasts forever. Let's kick off the bonus points with something truly remarkable: powdered honey. Honey is already famous for its incredible shelf life. Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are still edible. But powdered honey takes this natural wonder to a whole new level. By removing the moisture from liquid honey, you're left with a fine, granulated powder that's easier to store, measure, and use in a variety of ways. Why powdered honey? First, it's a space-saving alternative to liquid honey. While liquid honey is dense and sticky, powdered honey is lightweight and compact, making it ideal for long-term storage. It's also less messy, which is a huge plus when you're cooking or baking. You can sprinkle it directly into recipes without worrying about sticky spoons or jars. Nutritionally, powdered honey retains many of the benefits of its liquid counterpart. It's a natural source of energy, packed with simple sugars that your body can quickly convert into fuel. It also contains trace amounts of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, making it a healthier alternative to refined sugar. The versatility of powdered honey is another reason it deserves a spot in your food storage. You can use it as a sweetener in tea, coffee, or smoothies. It's fantastic for baking, adding a subtle honey flavor to bread, muffins, and cookies. You can even rehydrate it with a little water to create a honey syrup for drizzling over pancakes or yogurt. One of the best things about powdered honey is its shelf life. When stored in an airtight container with oxygen absorbers, it can last indefinitely. This makes it a perfect addition to any prepper's pantry. Whether you're sweetening your morning coffee or adding a touch of flavor to your baked goods, powdered honey is a versatile, long-lasting ingredient that's worth its weight in gold. Bonus point 11. Powdered coconut milk. A tropical essential for long-term storage. Next up is powdered coconut milk, a game changer for anyone who loves the rich, creamy flavor of coconut, but doesn't want to deal with the short shelf life of canned coconut milk. Powdered coconut milk is made by spray-drying coconut cream, resulting in a fine powder that's easy to store and incredibly versatile. Why should you consider powdered coconut milk for your food storage? For starters, it's a fantastic source of healthy fats, particularly medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs, which are known for their energy-boosting properties. In a survival situation where calories and nutrients are at a premium, having a source of healthy fat is invaluable. Powdered coconut milk is also incredibly versatile. You can rehydrate it with water to create a creamy coconut milk for cooking or drinking. Use it in curries, soups, and stews to add a rich, tropical flavor. It's also excellent for baking, whether you're making coconut-flavored cakes, cookies, or bread. And let's not forget about beverages. Powdered coconut milk is a fantastic addition to smoothies, coffee, or even hot chocolate. One of the biggest advantages of powdered coconut milk is its shelf life. While canned coconut milk typically lasts only a year or two, powdered coconut milk can last up to 10 years when stored properly. This makes it a reliable option for long-term storage, especially if you're looking to diversify your food supply. Another benefit is its lightweight, compact form. A single jar of powdered coconut milk can replace several cans of liquid coconut milk, saving you valuable storage space. It's also less prone to spoilage, as there's no risk of the can rusting or leaking. For anyone who loves the flavor of coconut or wants a reliable source of healthy fats in their food storage, powdered coconut milk is a must-have. It's a versatile, long-lasting ingredient that can elevate your cooking and provide essential nutrients when you need them most. Bonus point 12. Powdered gelatin. The unsung hero of food storage. Rounding out our bonus points is powdered gelatin, an often overlooked but incredibly useful addition to any long-term food storage plan. Gelatin is a protein derived from collagen, and it has a wide range of culinary and nutritional applications. In powdered form, it's lightweight, shelf-stable, and easy to use, making it a perfect fit for preppers and home cooks alike. Why should you include powdered gelatin in your food storage? First and foremost, it's a fantastic source of protein. While it's not a complete protein, it lacks some essential amino acids. It's rich in glycine and proline, which are important for joint health, skin elasticity, and gut health. In a survival situation where protein sources might be limited, gelatin can help fill the gap. Culinarily, powdered gelatin is incredibly versatile. It's most commonly used as a thickening agent in desserts like jellies, puddings, and marshmallows. But its uses go far beyond sweets. You can use it to thicken soups, stews, and sauces, or to make homemade gummy snacks. It's also a key ingredient in bone broth, which is packed with nutrients and incredibly comforting in cold or stressful conditions. One of the most interesting uses for powdered gelatin is in food preservation. It can be used to create aspics, or meat jellies, which were a common method of preserving food before refrigeration. While this might not be a go-to technique for most people today, it's a valuable skill to have in a pinch. Powdered gelatin is also incredibly lightweight and compact, making it easy to store in large quantities. When kept in an airtight container with oxygen absorbers, it can last for years, if not decades. This makes it a reliable option for long-term storage, especially if you're looking to add variety and functionality to your food supply. For anyone serious about preparedness, powdered gelatin is a no-brainer. It's a versatile, nutrient-rich ingredient that can enhance your cooking, support your health, and even help preserve other foods. Whether you're making a comforting bowl of soup or whipping up a batch of homemade gummies, powdered gelatin is an unsung hero that deserves a place in your pantry.